Welcome to the Solid Signal podcast for the week of April 30th, 2018. Wow, we're heading into May, and even though the leaves still haven't quite started to come out on the trees in our corporate offices in Novi, Michigan, in much of the country at least, I like to think that things have begun to warm up just a little bit. This is the time of the year when winter really wants to be a distant memory, and unfortunately it rarely is. But I'm not looking at the past, I'm looking forward to the future. And that future is filled with 5G. 5G, my friends, is the most exciting thing to happen to cell phones since, honestly, cell phones. 4G was awesome. LTE was awesome. Just getting internet on your phone was awesome. Just being able to make a phone call from a car was awesome. But 5G has to top it all. As a matter of fact, I don't want to geek out overly much. I know that would be a surprise. But 5G is kind of what you always wanted your phone to be. 5G is the answer to the question of when will I get everything that I want, anywhere I want it, all the time, with one bill. That's the kind of neat thing about 5G. 5G, and I know I've talked about this before, is internet service for your cell phone that has the capacity of being as fast as 1 gigabit per second. In other words, about 10 times faster than the basic tier on most home wired internet plans, and about 20 times faster or 30 times faster than you're probably getting on your current cell phone. That's an awful lot of capacity, and the thing about it is that it gives you the power to do, let's say, almost anything. It gives you the power to stream anything, anywhere. It gives you the power to use your cell phone for your home internet, instead of, just having one wired service and one wireless service. It gives you the power to just not worry about whether or not that stuff is going to work for you. And folks, I would say the power to not worry is one of the superpowers I would like very much to have, and I bet that you would too. So, when can all this magic happen? Hard to know. AT&T says that they're going to light up a couple of cities with 5G this year, but there are no 5G capable phones, so it's all about tests right now. And I still don't think that 5G is really going to start as a phone technology. I think it's going to start with a home internet technology to allow AT&T to move into areas that they've never been before, areas that they do not have contracts with cities and towns, which is about half the country. And this would allow more and more people to really get that AT&T internet that they're loving, that they're wanting, and that includes, in many cases, discounts on DirecTV or discounts on DirecTV Now. Save a little bit of money while you're getting great internet service, which is kind of awesome, I gotta say. So if I had to guess, and this is me guessing, folks, I'm not an official representative of AT&T or Verizon or any company other than the Signal Group, the parent company of Solid Signal and of this podcast, but if I had to guess, I'd say that you'd probably get a 5G capable phone if you're one of those people who buys an expensive one. You'll get a 5G capable phone in early 2020, whether that's your iPhone or Galaxy or whatever particularly lights you up in that way. But will you get 5G service in your city or town? I'm going to guess that the full rollout's going to happen around mid-21 to late 22. Depends on where you are. And by full rollout, you remember the way it was with LTE. They were lighting up new markets all the time. But it was a bit of a crapshoot knowing if it was going to be you or somebody else who was going to get that faster internet magic. It just kind of happens. The neat thing about 5G is it's designed around a whole new set of hardware and software that's going to be easier to install, easier to find places for cell towers. It's going to be something that was designed from the ground up with the current climate in mind, with the way that cities and towns like to hide cell towers whenever possible and not have big old obtrusive pieces of equipment in the middle of residential neighborhoods. It's going to make it easier to provide that service, to provide enough capacity for an entire neighborhood. And like I said, what really kind of lights me up, and this is really seems super neat to me, is the idea that it's just one big bucket, whether it's cell phone, landline phone, internet, your home entertainment, television, streaming, whatever. It gets down to where you have fewer bills, you're bundling, and you're paying less overall. And I think really that's what everybody wants. I just can't wait.